This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Appalachian State Mountaineers and the NC State Wolfpack. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Hey guys, App State's head coach told me pregame he has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start this season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Mountaineers headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So NC State's offense will go to work first. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they tried the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
There he goes. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Lewis. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
Out wide right, it's Sanchez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Turns it upfield. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, that's a nice job on 3rd down there. They come into this game as the underdog, obviously, but you got to love the way they've started this one, David. Defense gets a takeaway on the opening possession. Now your 1st 3rd down offensively, you're able to move the sticks. Really seems like this team is focused and dialed in.
And something good happening early in this football game gives you the momentum. As the underdog, you want to see those good plays early, right? To believe that everybody on the sideline now knows they got some juice, things going the right way. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going on offense.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The Mountaineers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, App State.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Right down the middle. Can't hang on, is incomplete. I think he was bracing for the hit and didn't hang on to the football. Long way to go on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And while the pass is incomplete, the flag is down. I think that was a free play for this offense. Defense was in the neutral zone.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 30. Fresh set of downs going up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Snow. Flying down the left side. He's at the touchdown. Wolfpack rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Extra point here will tie the game. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
Now we may have a situation here. We might have points, more points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got an alley. They eventually chase him down, but what a spectacular return that almost went all the way. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hits inside. It's Lewis. Breaks into the open. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. They think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Going for the goal line. Touchdown, App State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I love the decision by the quarterback, finding his playmaker, getting him the football quickly so that he can make something happen after the play and get 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Rides to the back. They put the brakes on him.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Right side, it's Dozier. He'll be stopped a couple of yards short. Needed to get it to the 35, but they'll spot it at the 33, and it'll bring up fourth down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Good coverage on that one, and they get him almost immediately. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
On play action. Buying time to his right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the and wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Turning it on. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, into the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And that is the easiest touchdown pass that guy is ever going to throw. The little touch pass, jet sweep, and how about the speed out in the open field? Man, David, quarterbacks love those. Those are stat builders.
And defensively, man, we've got to see that. We've got to adjust. Safeties have to be able to come down and play that jet sweep. It's frustrating when you see them not adjust. And then, listen, you could see it, the wheels. I mean, that dude had some speed when he got around the corner, and nobody could catch him. But defensively, we've got to see that a second sooner so he can come up and make a play.
He's going to bring it out. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Fires to the tight end. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up a big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. The give. Oh, he's got some space. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Mountaineers will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. It's complete to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll sneak it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up. This thing
snags it and he's open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line and they'll move the chains.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. looking to throw. It's Bailey. Makes the grab. It's Scott. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. NC State has to come up with a big play here on third down. They just keep firing. Oh, pressure's coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. On the return. He's brought down, not a lot of room to take that one back. Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. Trying to establish the run. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun. He's got it down the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
They'll go to the counter play. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. The Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And the Mountaineers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give on the counter. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Ulatowski. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Left side, it's James. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
In the red area, it's Webb. Here's a little. Got enough space. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Tells the run, wants to pass. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Out wide right, it's Scott. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like that back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires immediately. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. They'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He wants to throw it. Right side, it's Scott. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them.
Number 9, set to kick this one.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Holly Rowe has an update.
Guys, down on the Appalachian sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Sets his feet, it's Ulatowski. In traffic, it's Sanchez. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. The Mountaineers will hustle to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
2nd and long here. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. This time on target. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this 1st half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the gun, it's Scott. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with Texas Tech taking on the Sam Houston Bearcats. And it's the Red Raiders looking to extend that win streak to 4 in a row. It's one of the better coaching jobs in football right now, and a nice payday could be on the horizon. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game inside Carter Finley Stadium. Through 2 quarters today, we've seen these 2 passing attacks just pick apart these defenses. Short throws, intermediate throws, even a few deep completions. An aerial exhibition so far.
On the move from inside is 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, checking in with the NC State head coach at the half, this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said, our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. To the air, it's Ulatowski. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Snow.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally 2 guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
That's caught. It's Scott. There he goes. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. Down in the end zone. The big play there, and the defense gets the stop. Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
The run inside. It's Webb. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Ulatowski. Caught over the middle. It's James. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Mountaineers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Webb. There's some room. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Mountaineers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Here comes third and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be fourth down.
Well, third down, they tried to run the football thinking they could catch the defense off guard. They were able to get some yards, not the first, though. So now you've got fourth and very short. And what do the analytics say to do here, head coach?
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Straight ahead, it's Lewis. Breaks into the open. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You can tell, man, really made a point for this offense to run the football, to be physical and defensively. Already getting behind in this football game, not stopping the run on this drive. They've got to get more aggressive. They've got to get more physical on that line of scrimmage.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Appalachian State. And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And, boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Looking down the middle. Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Fires to the middle. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away.
Number 96, on to kick it away.
On the return, they drag him down, and good coverage that time by the special team. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. Going to the running game. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. He's past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
On 3rd and long, they need a big completion. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. They'll run the counter. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Comes down, it's Jackson. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Inside a minute to go here in the 3rd. To throw, it's Bailey. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Quick give, it's Scott. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Right side, it's Jackson. Got room at the 35. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Always great to build momentum with an early season victory. Let's take a look at what's in store coming up next week. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Wolfpack! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Appalachian State comes out onto the field to get the drive started. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking for a man. It's Singleton. Turns it upfield. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Mountaineers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So the last couple of possessions trying to put together a rally, but is it too little too late? Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man. At the 35, he's loose. Breaks into the open on the left. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Snow. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. They'll need a bunch on second down. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. Pulls it. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on 3rd and goal, and it did not pay off. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Out wide right, it's Dozier. And a sure tackle after the completion, and he stopped short.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They've got the lead, but here in the 4th quarter, it's starting to dwindle. And if they're going to hang on to this game, they've got to be able to run it. It's a really tough thing to do when the opponent knows exactly what you're going to do, but this is what you train for. You've got to be the more physical unit right now.
They'll run him again. Didn't find much room. He'll pick up a couple out to the 5.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
Searching for space. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Jackson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the tight end in motion. Working the ground game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wants to throw, it's Bailey. A little release to the back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Running inside, it's Gauze. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Lining up to add another.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Mountaineers offense coming onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And you can feel the momentum a little bit, right? I mean, the fourth quarter has kind of changed, and this defense has settled in. Their offense has scored as well. So this is a big tipping point in this football game. This is a big possession because Uncle Mo is all on the side of the defense.
Defense holds their ground, pickup of a yard. It's at the 26. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Back to throw, it's Singleton. That pass is well off target. He got it. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything.
He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads to the right. Got his man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. NC State going up tempo. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. Catch in the middle. It's Snow. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. To the air, it's Bailey. can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion, now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic.
He was looking for the score there.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to the end zone. Fired into the end zone, incomplete. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't convert on 4th down. Hits inside, it's Roberts. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Timeout called by NC State, that's their second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. He's got the 1st down, and they'll be able to run it out from here. The Wolfpack uses its final timeout. And the quarterback takes a knee. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.